how do we keep things going and moving it forward so that we can actually have real systemic sustainable change and not just cute little soundbite tweets, or sometimes really stupid tweets that say things like, trust between people of color and cops will help us end systemic racism. I'm sorry, I'm not accepting this crap from Hillary Clinton. She is going to get it every single day, all day. And if you have people of color out there who are just like, no, because she's better than Trump, she needs to be pushed, because it's very clear. And President Obama, just because you're a person of color, just because you're Black, does not mean that you have a very good understanding or grasp on what it takes to address racial issues in America. That doesn't mean anything. And he has shown that time and time again over the last several years. And that's particularly so now as we have him writing letters, op-eds of support to express support for police officers. Y'all do know that the fourth cop in the series of Freddie Gray's trials was acquitted yesterday, and we have our Black president reaffirming his support and love and admiration for cops. So here's the problem we have with the system that we have right now. If we accept the regular Democratic line of thinking, we're better than the Republicans, so just get in line, don't worry about the other stuff, we just lay down our arms and nothing changes. Nothing changes. Trump didn't make all this happen. This has been in America. This is insidious. It is deeply rooted in a sickness that was born into the creation of this country at inception. That's just real. Does that mean that I think everybody's evil who don't look like me? No, of course not. But we have real, deeply rooted systemic issues, whether it's on income, race, gender, class, sexuality, ethnic origin. You can go down the whole long list and there's all the intersections between them and stuff. But we actually have real issues that need to be addressed that have been on the back burner far too long. But the gays got marriage equality. Okay, so I know that, Democrats, mainstream Democrats will let you know, oh my God, this is a great feat and we did so much and don't worry about it because that's good enough. Not everybody's getting married, one. Two, you still can be terminated without cause just for sexual orientation in many states. You can be put out of your house. In some of these states, they're trying to pass legislation to say that you can be denied like actual care, like emergency care even. We have a lot of work still to do. When we're talking about Black Lives Matter, we're talking about racial justice issues, not just even in terms of cop accountability. We're talking about desegregating schools. Flint. Has anybody talked about Flint lately? Does anybody know what's going on in Flint right now? Is the water okay? Have people had has there been any restitution? Like what's going on up in Flint? What's going on in Michigan, period? We have all these emergency measures. Detroit schools had mold and the teachers had to go on strike. Like what is Chicago? Has anybody looked at what's going on in Chicago lately? I mean, Philly, Atlanta, we can go on and on. You got the scandal going on out west on the West Coast in California with the cops and the underage prostitute. And I mean, there's so much so wrong. And when you look at a lot of these major metropolitan areas, these cities, we have Democratic leaders on the city level and on the state, local, county level making very questionable decisions that we would expect to see from the right. So that any blue will do, just get in line. It's okay because we got to beat them. We can do more than one thing. If your thing is, okay, we need to beat them, we all need to get, okay, that's fine. That's what you got to do. But I'm still going to hold you accountable. Because if you think you're going to just wield this power and do whatever you want because you're better than them, you got another thing coming. And that's the attitude that we need to take. Even if you're someone who believes that you need to do this, you need to vote for Hillary Clinton to beat Donald Trump, or you need to vote for X Democrat on the local level because you need to beat whatever Republican, you need to be prepared to hold those people to task. Put their feet to the fire. I live in a city with a Black mayor who's a Democrat, who is praised by Republican leaders for his handling of Black protesters. That should scare you. When Southern white Republicans are praising a Black man for how he handles other Black people, you should be concerned. You should start asking questions.